I was drowning and they criticized the way I swam. You know, many times in life, you're going to come across people who see other people suffer. They may even see you suffer. And they see people suffering. And instead of reaching out and lending them a hand, their first instinct is to critique. Their first instinct is to make a comment. Their first instinct is to spread hate. And when you confront these people for spreading said hate, they'll disguise it as a joke. And I don't like that. I don't like how we can just say, oh, that's a joke, or I was just joking. Like, as someone who makes this mistake or who has made this mistake, I know how detrimental it can be. You can't just insult someone and hurt their feelings and then just say it was a joke. Because how do you know how they took it? They might not have taken it as a joke. They could have been severely harmed by it. They could have been severely hurt by it. You can't just say things are a joke because you don't know how the other person is interpreting it. I was drowning and they criticized the way I swam. You see a man drowning, you see a woman drowning, you see someone going through a trial and tribulation, and which is taking up all of their energy, and the most that they can do is try and attempt to keep their head above water. In their mind, you don't see this. You don't see what's going on. You're just looking at it as, look at that guy drowning. But to them, they're fighting to survive. It's not like they're trying to learn how to swim. No, they're fighting to survive. All that's on their mind at the moment is survival. And that's how it is in life. You don't know what these people are going through. So for you to just look at someone and instantly be like, yo, this dude don't know how to swim. Whole time this dude is drowning. Whole time this woman is drowning. Whole time this person is going through the most severe thing they've ever went through. The greatest experience they've ever went through. I was drowning and they critiqued the way I swam. People will see others drown, and instead of helping them, they'll critique. Instead of helping, they'll hate. Instead of lending a hand, they'll hate. I was drowning and they critiqued the way I swam. It's just saddening, man. It's just absolutely despicable. And that's honestly why I make the videos I make. That's why I do the things I do. That's why I say the things I say. Because I would be, truth be told, yeah, like strangers, no. But with my friends, you know, I'll make fun of them for failing from time to time. But then I'll help them succeed, you know. But the reason I make the videos I make, the reason I say the things I say, it's not because I'm LARPing. I'm not trying to be performative. No, it's because I've drowned before. I've drowned and did not know how to swim. I've went through these trials and tribulations and had no one to lift me up out the water. Who I want to be is the person who sees a man drowning, who sees a woman drowning, and not save them, not pull them out the water, but jump in that water with them. Experience that water with them. And in me experiencing that, I teach them how to swim. So that the day where I'm no longer here, they know how to swim. If they're ever drowning again, they can swim. That's my goal. That's who I want to be. I want to be the person who sees others drowning and switch their drowning from an experience of trials and tribulations which are overwhelming. It's seeming as though they can't get it off their shoulders, these overwhelming burdens. I want to take that and transform them into someone who can just get that off them. How I had to transform it. How I had to change who I was as an individual. But I had no one to help me. I had to do this by myself. Everything that you see and look at in me and see that as a trait or quality that is admirable, every single trait you look at, I had to earn that. I had to suffer to gain it. I had to go through something to gain it. I don't want to see anyone go through what I had to go through. So I like to try to stop people from going through these things. But you also come to realize that trying to stop people from experiencing the pain that you experienced will end up leaving them in a position where they won't even be able to learn what you learn. Sometimes you gotta let people fail, because in that failing, in that falling, in that being trapped in the pit, they learn how to climb. When you're at the bottom, you learn how to climb. You learn how to climb your way up. But yeah, man, I was drowning. I was drowning. And they critiqued. And they made fun of how I was swimming. I was drowning, and they criticized the way I swam.